In today's episode of Healing Stories, we have Bulbul, and let me introduce what this healing story is all about. So we are taking on the people who has been benefiting from Dr. Divya Madan's divine work, and we are interviewing them. They will going to be sharing their stories on our platform, and I would like to Divya to introduce, Bulbul, to introduce yourself. Who are you? Where are you from? And how Dr. Divya Madan helped you?
Hi, Kishore. I was a PhD student and I was having difficulty concentrating because I had to work for very long hours. So my cousin, who benefited a lot from Divya ma'am, and I saw the change in her. So I asked her, what have you been doing that I see a lot more positivity and confidence in you? And she suggested Divya ma'am. And then I gave Divya ma'am a mail that, could you help me with concentration issues? Because I just thought, I wasn't sure if she's meant to help on these lines. So I took one-on-one sessions with her for 2-3 months regarding this issue. And I was just amazed, she could just understand my energy. And she told me so much about me, and she suggested dance therapy to me, that you have a lot of wild energies around you. And if you do a dance therapy for even 15 minutes before you start studying, your concentration would be much better. So I started doing that. I got enormous help. And then I took Divya ma'am's session to understand myself better, because when you take sessions from her, she tells you a lot about you. It goes beyond the problem you had contacted her for, because she can go to the roots. So I was just amazed with the kind of insights she was giving me. And she did not know me, but she could tell a lot about my childhood just by reading my vibe and my energy field. So that was a very new subject for me. And I just realized there is so much growth that can happen through Divya ma'am in terms of my self-discovery and also healing, because we all have some of the other emotional blocks.
Sorry to interrupt in between. So I want to ask you, could you describe the life before attending Dr. Divya Madan sessions? We were talking about the concentration issues. So could you talk more about it? What was it, and what more issues you were facing?
Well, in terms of the concentration issues, I realized I have a little bit of a brain fog. When I get bored, I distract myself. So why do I do that? It has a lot of, it goes back to my childhood and things like that. And she gave me a lot of insights on that. So basically the instant solution she gave me, dance therapy, it helped me. Okay. And I have much better concentration. And I'm talking about 4 or 5 years back. After that, 4 years back, sorry. After that, I started doing a lot of sessions with her. And it just went beyond that in terms of, I did chakra meditation healing with her. I did the immersion course where she just, it is just so phenomenal. I don't know how to describe it, because she has these group meditations where you do your own healing, but she guides you and she facilitates that for you, and she discusses your experience. So you also get insights from her. So it is like another level of experience doing those sessions with her. So I just started off telling you I got in touch with her for concentration issues, but I don't think it is the reason why I was with her, because I was benefiting on many different facets, especially emotional blocks, the fact that I was so reactive. So again, so much goes back to your unhealed emotional issues, which she identified. We don't even know that. So because we are living a very fast-paced life, so she identifies that for you. You are made self-aware. And then she makes healing also easy for you by doing very guided meditations. It's giving you very simple techniques to live a more effective and a more productive life. So I have obviously benefited on many facets. I would say my marriage is also much better because I'm less reactive. I'm more aware. So I am more aware when I am getting triggered. I take that step back. I do the techniques she has taught me. So it helps you in relationships, in work, in everything.
So it was it was a really, really good experience. I was just listening to you. I got lost a little bit.
I want to add about the money chakra meditation. I just realized I had so much fear stored in my Mooladhara chakra. In her meditation, in the money chakra, I released a lot of it. I went for that course because I wanted to invest in the market. But I'm someone who is researched. I know the economics, and I would say I'm more aware than the average, but still I was so scared, and when I did that course, I could release a lot of those fears, and I've actually benefited in my investments because I acted on my knowledge and my research, and I actually invested. Otherwise I would do the work and then the fear would hold me back. So that money chakra meditation, she released a lot of fear from my chakras, and I just felt so much lighter, positive. I felt abundant, and I was actually taking steps which was leading me to more abundance. So every course I've taken from her, I've benefited enormously.
The purpose of this healing story is why we are doing is many new people come to Dr. Divya Madan, and they are not aware about healing and chakras and all those things, and like how was your experience initially? Were you resistant toward this, or like you're aware about it, or have you
I was
experienced
very skeptical, like I said, because I was just a student and I wanted to be more productive. So I thought, how can someone help you in this regard? Like, but because I saw the change in my sister, like she changed radically. And she told me it is because of Divya ma'am's meditation and personal consultation. I thought I should take a chance and go ahead. And then I realized that this is just the surface, that I'm easily distracted when I'm working. There is just so much more to the roots. Basically, she heals you from the roots, right? So I just realized it is just one of the symptoms which I see on the surface, but there is so much to go deeper and to heal and to become the best version of yourself. So I don't want to use any complicated language. For anyone who wants to experience, you can come for any problem, because honestly, these are just small symptoms we see on surface. It could be, like I'm telling you, I was also very reactive in my relationships with my friends or my family members. So, we just think it's not a big deal that you are a slightly more reactive person, but it could go down to some insecurities which you have had, which can be healed. So why do you want to live on with those insecurities when there is help available? You just have to reach out, right?
Yeah, let's say some of your friends comes on. Let's say some of your friends come on. Like, let's say you have another friend having similar issues. So would you recommend Dr. Divya Madan to her? And what would you say to her?
I have recommended Divya Madan to my friends, but the thing is that I would like to think I'm slightly younger, and I think people just don't want to put in that effort at my age. Maybe they want to do it at a slightly older age, because my friends tell me, oh, we are so young, I don't feel the need for this right now. And I know they know that they will benefit, and they're just happy to, they're not ready. That's what Divya ma'am says. But I would say that even if you want to have fun with it, just give it a try, because it is an experience which you would remember for all your life. Because I would say that I did not have any serious issues, to be honest, but when I started doing her meditations, I was learning so much. I was getting so much self-awareness. I was growing as a person on a spiritual path, and also, if you remove the word spirituality, personal growth was happening, which is visible on all facets, on all fronts. So, I mean, why not? I would recommend people to give it a try. At least try 1 or 2 sessions, and you can take your feedback from that, because I know it can be life-changing. It can be very transforming.
So, like, this is like a little bit off track, but I want to ask you, like, you talked about personal growth. So what you are looking forward in future, like in terms of growing, or like what you are exploring right now?
Okay. Well, right now, I had set some personal goals for myself this year. So it is more work related, finance related, and I have been making progress in it. In terms of personal growth, I have actually, in the last year, I learned a lot of techniques. So I'm carrying on following those techniques, and I'm getting benefits, but it has to be consistent. Like this year I did the Vedanta course, and she told us the importance of some mudras, pranayams, and I have been following on that from this year. So it's an ongoing journey. So I'm focusing on that right now. And also what I want to be is more emotionally centered. Like I told you, I was a very reactive person. I've been like that for a long part of my life. And it is only in the last 1 year that I'm focusing on becoming more emotionally centered. So it is a journey. So that is the part I'm really enjoying this year. Like, to be in control of your emotions, to not let it overpower you, because it is a superpower. And last year, she also told us a lot about people pleasing. And of course, a lot of us are people pleasers. That is also something I have worked on, and I check it when I have that tendency, because you've done something all your life, you cannot change overnight, but once you are made aware, you can change those habits through that awareness. And I have made a lot of progress on these fronts. So right now, I would say I am working on becoming more emotionally centered, control of your emotions, avoiding my people pleasing tendency. And as for the issue I had with concentration, I made a lot of progress long back. So it's a continuing journey.
Any final message for the people like who are listening? Then we can conclude our episode.
Well, I just shared my journey. Like I said, I did not have any big problems. In fact, I was living a pretty normal life, if you can put it that way. But of course, I was not perfect at all. As I said, I had serious people-pleasing tendencies. I was not emotionally centered. I would have difficulty concentrating as well for long hours. So I just decided to get in touch with Divya ma'am, because I saw someone my sister benefit a lot from Divya ma'am's consultation. And I'm glad I reached out to her, because I discovered a lot of I discovered a lot about me, basically. What are my emotional blocks, and where I could heal to become a much more stronger person. And I've been able to work on a lot of my issues, like I mentioned in the interview. So please go ahead. Even if you think you are living a great life, we can always be better. We can always be stronger. We can always be more effective and more powerful. And I know Divya ma'am is the best person to help in this regard.
Okay. So thank you guys for listening till the end.
Thank
and
you.
This is your host Kishore signing off.